Hey, assistant coach, how are you guys doing? It's me, Johnny Sports, and welcome back to another career mode video. And to be honest, the big question in the room is FIFA 18 career mode the death of FIFA career mode in general? I wanted to talk about this for a little while, and I really hope that someone from EA gets to see this video, because this is obviously very important to me. This is a very important topic for my whole community. Everyone that watches career mode videos, this is very important to us. I really hope that some of the EA people will be seeing this video and maybe thinking about the things that they could maybe take from this video and implement into their game, because the things that I'll be suggesting right now, they are not big changes, guys, and I think they could make huge differences for the future of career mode. This could be called the FIFA 18 career mode wishlist. This could be called Rest in Peace career mode. I think that's the title that I will put on it, because if nothing changes, if nothing major changes in the next career mode, in next FIFA, it will be done as content on YouTube and also as something that people play at home, in my personal opinion, because there's no attraction to play career mode if you can play single player game modes on Ultimate Team right now with squad battles and earn sick rewards. There's just no point. So let's just talk about the things that I want to talk about, and one major thing that is, in my opinion, the most important thing that they could improve, and that they could improve very easily. So here's one big thing that I want to talk about career mode, which in my opinion is the biggest issue with career mode by itself. It is too repetitive, and the reason why it becomes too repetitive is that there is nothing you can do to have different outcomes in career mode. Now, let me tell you what I'm saying here. When everyone is creating their career mode, they are looking into talents. Everyone is interested in talents. Everyone wants to buy. I would say at least 80% of the career mode community is looking to bring in young players into their teams. They bring in players like Di Matteo, who has 82 potential. Same with Osimhen, 82 potential. Depending on what type of career mode you're doing, Osimhen might be the road to glory type of player that you can get in, because he'll be quite cheap at the start. And Di Matteo is the guy that you can bring into your team if you have like a 3-star team that is like already in the highest league but not really doing so well, like a 3.5-star team. Now, here's the deal. The thing that bothers me the most about career mode throughout these past years is everyone has their set potential. Young players should not have their set potential. In my opinion, it completely ruins the experience and the individuality of every single career mode that you do, because let's say I have Osimhen on 90 potential. This guy by EA is set to 90 potential. Di Matteo is set to 80 potential. Now, I personally enjoy Di Matteo more in the game. Both of them start at a 70 rating. So I have Osimhen on the bench and I have Di Matteo in the starting lineup the whole time. And I personally enjoy this one a lot. So I think to myself, alright, I'll play this guy. I will play him right now, and I will let him play every single game possible. He plays every game. He scores every game. He gets assists every game. He does so well. And over the course of 5 years inside career mode, or let's not say 5 years. Let's say something realistic that people actually go through. Let's say 3 seasons into the career mode. We have Di Matteo, who has played every single game, has scored 30 goals a season, 10 assists a season, and then we have Osimhen on the bench, who has never really done well for me, who probably just jumped in into 1 or 2 games as a super sub, hasn't really done well. But then, if we look at both of these players after 3 seasons, Di Matteo will be at 80. He will be stuck at 80 because EA have set his potential to 80, and then we will have Osimhen, who is on an 84, even though he's been sitting on the bench. It just doesn't make sense. That completely ruins the individuality of every single career mode. And by saying that, I mean, I want to create my own legends. I want to create my own sick players in career mode. I want my players to grow on based on their performance. I think that is the most important thing in career mode. Since it is a single player game mode, EA shouldn't care if these players get too high rated. They just shouldn't, because it's fun. It's gonna be fun for us to buy a bunch of 60 rated players in next year's FIFA. And let's say they change it. Let's say they do what I say. I take over a League 2 team in England. I take over a team, I buy a couple of 55 rated youngsters for every single position. None of them have sick potential. They all play insanely well for me. I have a starting 11 that does well in League 2. Then they grow up to, from a 55, everyone from a 55, they go up to like at least a 60 in the first season. Or let's not say 60, let's say 58 up to 60. Then next season, my team does really well again. They grow up to like 65, 64, something like that. Next season, I come into the championship. I play there. I grow all of my players to 70, 72, 73, something like that throughout the course of 3 seasons, just based on their amazing performance for me. And because of the fact that they have been getting into the first position, or at least into the promotion zone all the time, and they grow and they grow, and I get like a connection to those players. I love those players. Those are the players that I personally have in my career mode that probably no one else has picked on their career modes, and they are now looking amazing. That's one thing that I want to see. I want to create my own players, and I don't want to be restricted from using a couple of players that I would love to use, but I can't because they don't have proper potential. That just doesn't make sense to me. That's just not the way career mode should be. So my idea for EA is, instead of giving players a set max potential, why don't you give players a set minimum potential? And then let them grow past that based on their performances. So let's say I have an Osimhen right here who currently has 82 potential on FIFA. This guy starts off, I believe, at the age of 18 in this game. Osimhen, at the age of 18, let's say he was 66 rated. I don't remember his rating. Actually, I can check it out right here. Osimhen was... What was his rating? My buddy, where are you? He was 68 rated. Osimhen starts off at a 68 rating. And let's give him a minimum potential of 68 rating, goes up to, let's say 78, okay? Let's say 78, because we know that this guy is talented. So if I never play this guy and I always have him on the bench or the reserves and he never really performs for me, he should grow to a minimum of 78. Because as we know, real life potential should have an effect on the game. I completely agree with that, yes. But if I then decide to pick this guy up, put him into my starting lineup, play him over and over again when he got to that minimum potential, 78, he should grow past that based on his performances. That is something I want. I want to change the complete system of growth in FIFA, because what does that allow us to do? This allows us to move away from those big talents that everyone is buying in their career modes and making their career modes repetitive. I think the biggest issue with career mode is that it is repetitive. That should not be happening. So everyone will now be able to buy any young player they want to, and they can grow them to any rating they want to. They can make them the best player in the world if they are playing like the best player in the world on their team. So that is going to be changing a lot for career mode, in my opinion. We definitely need something like that, EA. Move away from the max potential, change it to minimum potential, and give us the ability to pick and choose any player that we want to make a legend in our career modes. That's something I need. That would make the biggest difference in career mode, in my personal opinion. It's great that we have those transfer negotiation cutscenes, but after a month of playing career mode, that stuff gets skipped over. Everyone goes to delegate, and then they send over their managers and they deal with it, and they never see those cutscenes again. I personally, as a career mode YouTuber, obviously I have to put those scenes in there because it is an improvement in career mode. But let's be real, it's not an improvement. It's just cosmetic. That's something that didn't change the mechanics of career mode at all. One thing that EA have done great this season, which I'm very happy about, is the transfers. I see so many sick transfers, and I see transfers that I can like imagine in real life as well. Every single career mode I did so far, I haven't seen the players go into the same teams over and over again. Every time when I'm looking into the starting lineup of my opponents, I'm like, oh, that guy plays there. I love that. I absolutely love that, EA. You guys are doing a great job with that one. Great improvement. That's a great improvement. I can say that right now. But the potential thing needs to change. It desperately needs to change, because it gives us the freedom of picking and choosing any player that we want to and make them great players in the future, instead of giving us young players with a set potential where we all know, okay, if I want to have a sick team in the future, I have to buy Martial, Rashford, Dybala, all those guys that are young and are talented. All those guys, they are being suggested to us, obviously, like those Lingards and all of that stuff. I don't think that's the way that we should be forced to play career mode. It's not really like being forced, but if we want to create an insane team in the future, a team filled with players above the rating of 88, we have to pick those players. That's just unfortunate. So in my opinion, we should have a minimum potential for those players and let them grow based on their performances on the pitch and on our career modes. So please, EA, if you can, please, I beg you, make that change. That will change everything for career mode, and that would make every career mode that I do so much different to the other career mode I did before. Because right now, every career mode I do feels the same. It's repetitive, and it has been for 5 years, and we need big changes, and this is not even a big change. Let's be real, you guys can handle this very easily with a little bit of coding. I don't think this is going to be that rough for you. So just change that max potential to minimum potential, and let's make this happen. Let's make career mode great again. In my opinion, that is going to be the biggest change that they can do to career mode. I have a full list of other ideas that could change career mode insanely, but this is something that I personally feel like EA could change easily. That's why I'm suggesting it, and I think this is one of the easiest things to change that can have one of the biggest impacts onto career mode. So I would really appreciate that if EA do see this video. If you guys haven't seen it, if they haven't noticed it, it would be much appreciated if you guys can go ahead and tweet this video to the guys that I will be putting into the link in the description down below, and that would be much appreciated if those guys go ahead and check it out and maybe do something about this for the upcoming FIFA. I genuinely know it's already quite late into FIFA 19 producing. I think you guys are probably even done. I don't think you guys are that far away from having the finished product, but I still kind of hope that you guys can change this, because if you can, that will make a big difference for career mode next year. And I genuinely believe that the career mode community would be very, very thankful if you can get that done. If you guys want me to talk about more stuff like this, if you guys want me to talk more about what kind of wishes I have for FIFA 19 career mode, let me know in the comments down below, or let me know by hitting that like button. Let's see how many likes we can get. If you guys can reach over 1,500 likes, I will go ahead and probably make another video on this subject and try to come up with another yet very easy but very effective solution to make career mode great again, as Donald Trump would like to say. Take care, boys. Have a great day, and peace.